Hello, and welcome to Apollonia. Guys, I'm just kind of getting started with the flow of my channel, so I haven't exactly made a decision of what kinds of readings I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of freestyle with it a little bit, but I appreciate you being here if you are new or a returning subscriber. If you're interested in zodiac readings or other specific, more detailed messages, feel free to check out my other channel at Midnight Crow Tarot. Alright guys, so I do have some energy, interestingly enough, that I pulled from you. I was guided to pull the Sacred Sites Oracle deck for you guys today. Some of you may be doing some traveling, you may be getting ready to do some traveling, or there are just some sacred places that are calling out to you at this point in time that want to talk to you, that want to reach out to you. I have pre-pulled 3 cards for you. Here, I'm first kind of drawn to Ateshgah. Ateshgah. I'm still very much learning some of these cards, so we're going to see. This is a northern card, I believe. A northern placement. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So what I want you to do, collective, is just spend a second deciding where were you drawn to on this card. Just use your own intuition to kind of guide you to a point on the card that feels right to you. Okay? Wherever you are drawn to this card, doesn't really matter. This is the Zoroastrian card, okay? If you recall to the lower part, okay, this is perhaps something from the past. Something from the past that you're dealing with. This is actually about recognition or rebirth through fire. Interestingly, we're getting ready to have the eclipse, another solar eclipse, I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, at the time of, at the time of filming this. I think there is a solar eclipse happening. Either tomorrow, the 28th or the 29th of this month, I do believe. I know we just had a lunar eclipse. A rebirth through fire. Also things ending and beginning at the same time, right? It's eclipse season. So stuff that's being eclipsed out. But what this card particularly is talking about is your rebirth. It's a rebirth season for you. Some of you may actually want to go walk on some coals. Or you want to do that. You kind of are a daredevil. You want to test your limits, get out. You want to do some things you've never done before. Possibly with people that you've never done it before. This is very much about reigniting your passion for life, your light in this world. At some point, you may have felt like your light was dimmed. Or you did the dimming yourself in some form. You kind of hid from the world for a while, very much for people who were drawn to this card. You maybe are coming out of a season of hiding, and you're letting your light be shown again. And it's all in all of its radiance, in whatever form that looks like to you. You may want to meditate by fire. Some of you who are actually extremely psychic will benefit from doing that. I have a feeling, interestingly, personally for me, when looking at this card, which is basically the entire card is represented by fire. I hardly have any fire in my chart, at least not in my tropical astrology, not in my tropical astrology chart. But, so it's interesting that fire would need to be the cleansing element for someone. I'm resonating with this card on myself today. So it's time to shine, collective. It really is time to shine. For a while, this temple, I do believe it talks about this temple was abandoned at some point. Where was this? It's Azerbaijan. It's in Azerbaijan, where that is the Absheron Peninsula in the Zoroastrian Baku, Azerbaijan. I have no idea where that is. On a map, though. You have to look it up. This temple, at some point, though, was abandoned. And in fact, it was renamed to, it was taken over. It was Zoroastrians who worshipped here at one point, and then it was taken over, I believe, by Christian monks who renamed the temple. Maybe you're thinking or finding that there was a part of your, like a belief structure or an idealism. Your ideas are taboo to a lot of people. I have a feeling a lot of my, of course, spiritual workers, light workers, tarot readers, Reiki healers, practitioners themselves, if you have found yourself at any point in time in this energy, which is, I think, pretty much a rite of passage for everyone who kind of works in this industry, if you know what I mean, or just this is part of your journey. You've been through this at some point where you kind of hid yourself for whatever reason, whether it was religious persecution or simply not a sense of comparison, a need to hide who you were because others didn't agree with your train of thought, modality. This is rebirthing in you. Maybe even the way your belief systems are changing about certain things. You're trying new things that you've never done before, but really it's just a rebirth of the light that was already in you. Yeah, it's attack on the throat chakra. For some of you, it's kind of, you weren't even allowed to speak about it growing up. Yeah. Any message that wants to expand on that card? We'll see how the messages link together today. I don't want to spend too much time, take too much time. I just want to give a brief kind of explanation of it, what I feel like it's talking to you about today. But take your time, though, too. Take your time. Is also what I feel the need to tell you. Don't feel like you have to rush at uncovering this for yourself. Wherever you stand in your awakening journey, your reawakening journey, or your awakening for the 9th time journey. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, trapped in fear. You're overcoming a sense of fear around showing your authentic self to the world. Some of you could have literally been persecuted or imprisoned for these very things, or your ideas, it also feels like, have been trapped inside of you. You've been keeping them there. I have a feeling whoever was drawn to this card specifically, you've had a lot of enemies. People who don't like you sharing your gifts. That's okay. It's only because they don't know their own power and strength. It doesn't give them the right to hurt you or persecute you. And you're not going to put up with it anymore. It's the 21st century, okay? Guys, we gotta deal with our shit, you know what I mean? But otherwise, are healing. This part of you that did not want to be seen or was afraid to. What's the message for Ateshgah? Ateshgah. Ooh. Ooh. Awareness. Yeah. The Magician. Awareness aware. The I am. Ooh. The awareness, the light that is aware. This is source energy coming through you. Awareness aware is the I am presence speaking through you. Collective. You're a direct channel for the divine. Some of you are actually honing more of your mediumship practices. You can channel the ascended masters, archangels. Some of you might be ascended masters yourselves. Who knows? It's not important. The identity of it all isn't really the importance, and labels and hierarchies and rankings, spiritual or otherwise, really isn't important. And I think the more of you have stopped to recognize that, and you step back from this idea that you must attain some level of identity. Who you are, I am. Who are you? I am. What did you come here to do? To be. To be present in this moment. To be present in this moment. Another one. You could be seeing a lot of ones, by the way. Prosperity begins. This essentially is the Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity, your new beginning begins. A good seed planted. A good seed planted here, collective. That's beautiful. Yeah. The temptation, the devil, in reverse. Wow. Overcoming some sense of fear, of oppression. I just heard Saturn's restrictions have been lifted. You are now free to grow. Wow. You're planting a seed now for the future. You have... This is nothing to fear, guys. And just... What a thing, honestly. And I keep having to... I feel like the need to stress that of late. The father, right? Saturn is the father. The lesson giver. The lesson bringer that helps us understand what we are attached to. When you've overcome this, also there's a sense around material things. You might be getting, many of you are going to be coming into not just a heightened state of spiritual awareness and sense of self, but material awareness, material gain from spreading your knowledge and not being afraid to spread your knowledge. This was the one thing keeping you back for so long, because you had to learn the lessons that we're all here to do. Some of you would say, you're not really here to learn lessons. No, but I don't know what else you want to call it, because we're here having a human experience for sure. This is just, when you realize it was all for your greatest good, collective, guys, it's all been for your greatest good. That's what I feel the need to tell you. Every journey, when you can stop and actually give appreciation for where you have come from and where you have been, which is also heavily what this card is speaking to, when you can find the appreciation in the journey that you've had, for your journey, for your life experience, and wherever that has brought you, to whatever point you now stand, this is the point of creation that is now getting ready to bring you material gain, if that is your ultimate goal. Not ultimate goal, but overcoming this is about speaking to the physical reality that we must live in. We are spiritual beings having a physical human experience, yes? We have to deal in reality. We also need to know the limits of have boundaries and for ourselves, most importantly. Know our spiritual as well as our physical limitations. It's just part of the laws of the universe, guys. We live here. So we gotta figure this out, you know? Yeah. Trapped in fear. No more. Some of you have also spent time in isolation. Many of you have. You spent time alone. Like I think I said that at the very beginning. You have spent time away from people. Some of you literally have been to prison. Some of you. Or it's this feeling of feeling trapped in maybe even in your own mind. But there was always the light. See the light in the corner of the card here? The light was always there with you. And all he had to do is lift his head to see it. This is basically the Eight of Swords, right? A person thinks they're trapped when they're not. A person thinks they have no choice or can do nothing about their situation when all they gotta do is take a blindfold off, right? All you gotta do is lift your head. Look up. Look up could very well be your message. An 8. 8s are karmic cycles, guys. Oh yeah. Some of you are life path 8s. Or 8 is significant to you in other ways. 15 as well with the Diablo. 1 and 1. You could be definitely seeing 111s and other signs. Split the deck. We have 9. Spiritual strength. Beautiful. I don't know what this card is representing. But spiritual strength to accompany this. We have 911. That's communication with the divine, though. For sure. So when I tell you, whoever chose this, when your guidance has been guiding you how to open back up. Okay. I know this, especially I can resonate heavily with this myself, guys. So that's why I'm starting this new channel. So welcome for those of you who clicked on. Thank you. Wow, what a message. I actually kind of want to read spiritual strength to you. Just because I don't really know what it is. It might actually be strength. Hang on. This card is coming forth to give you encouragement. And remind you that you have the inner strength to complete whatever you've been working on. This final spirit card represents courage, discipline, stability, and persistence. You may be tired or weary from the struggle, but now is not the time to give in. Instead, tap into all of your inner reserves for that one final push to achieve the desired outcome. You've been through so much to get to this point. And even though you may have acquired some scars from the battle, you're wiser and stronger for it. The enlightenment you've gained will be an invaluable resource. You may also have noticed that you're experimenting with different things in your life at this time. Taking risks, trying new things. All of these experiences feed your spirit and offer you knowledge for the future. Absolutely. Yeah, rest and rejuvenate after. Give us one final push. Some of you were ready to give up on your dreams, on the seeds that you had planted. No, not yet. Not yet, collective. You're nearly there. You are nearly there. I promise. These seeds that you planted are coming through for you. Okay? They are. What a message, Pile 1. If we're doing piles, I don't even know what we're doing. See? I don't know what we're doing, guys. But that is message 1. So, 20 minutes. Alright, if you were drawn to this card, the Eye of Needle. The Eye of Needle. Where on the card are you drawn to again? I'm not going to lie to you. When I first looked at this card, I was drawn to the octopus here. Here at the bottom. I was drawn there. Which is telling me it's the lower world, right? Of the subconscious. There is a danger in your path, could be, for this particular pile where I was drawn. So I might need to know about something. There's a risk going on. Are you aware of your surroundings is what I felt the need to tell you. Or to ask you. Are you rushing into something before taking account all the entire situation? It's funny, this was the first card I pulled too, but for this entire reading, I saw some reels earlier today on IG, and I don't really spend a whole lot of time there, but what I saw, it was these people, going on vacation, doing the vacation stuff, and they were just jumping into the water, all free willy and shit, free, without a care in the world. And the next thing you knew, all these animals and sharks and things were coming up from under the depths, and things that that are in the water waiting for you, right? Waiting and lurking under the surface. And if you're not careful, you're not surveying your surroundings, you're gonna get caught by these animals, or you could get ensnared, you know what I mean? Something like that. So collective, I have to say, are you aware of what's below? Are you conscious of what's in the deep? Are you aware of your surroundings? You might have noticed the universe sending you a ton of signs as well. In many forms, maybe even in a reel, who knows? Pay attention to what you're drawn to. If you're doom scrolling or whatever you're doing, some of you are doom scrolling. Maybe you're bored, so you're breaking away from the hustle and grind. Anyway, we all do it. It's okay. I understand, guys. But what I want to tell you, though, there's something in your surroundings maybe that you're not paying attention to that you need to be observing at this time. And Pele, this is card of the West. Sorry if you can hear all the noise out there, guys, but, it's lawn care time. It's lawn season. Hey! Anyway, something about your lawn, maybe, could be a message. Could be a wild animal. Maybe you're out wanting to go hiking, or something. Or I tell you, I've been wanting to go hiking for a couple days now, but I've been stopped from going, and maybe it's my own protection coming in for me. I always take everything as a sign, guys, because usually it is. There's something, maybe I'm not meant to do it right now, or wait till after the eclipse, or wait till after Mercury retrograde, or in also Venus retrograde right now. Maybe there's something you really want to do right now, but you're not considering your surroundings. There's something you're not considering. This is not probably going to make much difference, but I'm going to try to close my window. Yeah, it really isn't helping much. But anyway, we try. You tried to make a change. You tried to do something a little different, but the noise persists. Something's bugging you. Again, Spirit's going to bug you, right? The divine, your higher self, your intuition, it's all going to kind of annoy you to death to get you to realize something before you do it. To get you to pay attention. Pay attention, collective, is what I feel the need to tell you. Okay. You do have some kind of danger or awareness about you. Some of you could be from Hawaii, or maybe you want to go there. Maybe you've never been. Maybe you want to go to Hawaii. This is in Hawaii. This is Maui. That's actually Pele, the goddess Pele, up there. There's hidden messages in Maui. This is also about burning and shining your light. Let me read from this card just a little bit, as I did the other one, because I have a feeling. I'm going to read the lower portion, because that's where I was drawn for you today, and I feel like maybe there's a message for you there. Okay, so this card is west. So you may feel the need to go west, or you're from the west. Either way, aloha and welcome. The octopus waits to ensnare you. It's all very well going with the flow, but where is your caution? When did you last test the water before jumping in? The octopus warns of your entrapment in a situation that does not express your highest purpose. Have you been living someone else's dream? Or become caught up in someone else's drama? Perhaps there is a part of you that likes to get involved, that adores the intrigue. Perhaps this sort of entanglement fills a part of your life that is otherwise empty. The octopus asks you to keep your cool, and most importantly, to remain fully aware of the circumstances surrounding you. Allow the eye of the Kanaloa, Hawaiian god of the ocean and healing, to boost your physical, mental, and emotional energies as you access its power by means of a meditative gaze. It is rather loud, I must admit. I don't know when it's going to end either. So I guess this message is going to be rather loud for you, collective. So something's really trying to get your attention. I have to tell you. Something's really trying to get your attention, okay? Let us look at the deeper meaning now of this card. What's it trying to tell us? The sun. Shine bright. Shine bright. But also, there was something blocking her sight there. Something could come in kind of swiftly. That could also be kind of like an eclipse energy, something eclipsing. Maybe where you didn't focus, maybe where you didn't take precaution in the past. Because technically the lower threshold is also the past energy. The middle would be our present moment, and the upper would be our potential, our future. So this could have happened to you in the past. Maybe, I went to Hawaii once when I was a child, and I'm just recalling an incident that happened to me in the water, actually, with me and my best friend at the time. We were there and just snorkeling in the reef. And next thing I knew, I look up and my friend, her knee is literally getting ready to graze this giant anemone. It was just there, like right under her. And she was kind of off doing her own thing, and she didn't see it. She just wasn't paying attention. And I'm flailing in the water trying to get, using all the signs, trying to get her attention. And I'm thinking, she finally saw it. Freaked out, not freaked out, but she got her bearings just in time to realize what was getting ready to happen. And maybe you're gonna get your bearings just in time is what I feel the need to tell you, okay? You're gonna see something just in time. Maybe you've got a guide. Maybe you've got someone trying to make noise around you, like a lot of noise, to get you to see something just in time, right? Maybe you are this person. Maybe you're going to get someone to see something just in time. And guys, it doesn't have to be a physical thing, although for many of you it will be, but this could be a spiritual thing. Maybe some of you have found yourself listening to false lights, false gurus, people in the spiritual community who mean you no good. You know what I'm saying? You've been taken down a really narcissist, whoever. You've been taken down a dark path spiritually. And you've had to contend with the octopus down there, you know what I mean? An octopus has 8 legs, so it's a karmic thing. It was something you were meant to go through. I can say that. Because 8 is karmic, right? Having their hands in many situations, controlling things from many situations. An octopus, I'm given the Little Mermaid right now. What did she want? What did Ursula want? She wanted Ariel's voice, right? She wanted Ariel's voice. So something about your throat chakra. This could be, and I hate to use the example, but unfortunately this happened to me, and I created an entire documentary on my other channel. Go check it out. But anyway, it's one of those things where the people or the circumstance that you're dealing with doesn't want you to know your power. It doesn't want you to know how intuitive you actually are, because it's trying to maintain a sense of hierarchy, a sense of it's the only thing that can attain mastery, whatever the fuck that is. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. 411. Yeah, that's an important date. 411. 411 is information, right? They didn't want you to have the information of how to connect with your higher self. Or they wanted to give you false information. Or they wanted to make sure they could somehow control the experience through which you lived it, through which you experienced it. I'm dealing with someone, you're dealing with someone or something. It's a very interesting energy where perhaps for your whole life, someone has tried to control the narrative around your life experience, and even how you interpreted life is what I felt the need to tell you. It's almost like someone wanted to control or have their hands in your very perception of life. And it's like, true mastery is learning how to let go. Learning how to allow others to have their own unique life experience, even if it does differ from yours. Even if that's the beauty of it, the fact that it does differ from yours, the fact that it's not the same, or the fact that you don't agree. That's okay. You don't have to get angry, like Pele. There's a sense of frustration and anger that particularly this pile has towards not being able to express your true and authentic self, okay? You need to be able to do that. And whether it was you holding yourself back or an external perception or something you truly believed in, you truly thought, maybe some of you, that you were doing the right thing, and you were duped. You didn't test the water before jumping in, right? You jumped in without testing the water, so be careful. That's all I'm going to tell you about that. I really feel like that's the only thing that wants to be said. Yeah, Page of Wands. In reverse, confirmation for you, though, but look what he's doing. He's holding a magnifying glass, which is asking you to take a closer look at something before you commit. Especially during a retrograde season, guys, right now. Look at the fine print. Take a closer look. Get more information before you invest. Right? And with the toucan here, parrot bird energy, I really feel like telling you. Oh yeah, parrots, for sure. You have a cloak around you. Yeah, I'm getting Little Red Riding Hood for some reason. I thought, my, what sharp teeth you have, Grandmama. Like when Little Red decided to really get a little closer up on this wolf, up on her grandma, she realized when she took a closer look, something was off, right? Something was off here. when you really take a close look at something, you're going to realize that your own discernment's going to come in. Your own logic, hopefully, is going to take over. And you're going to realize this is not what it seems to be. You got the smarts collective. Some of you were impulsive in the past because the pages, of course, are new. They're excited, right? And that's where it gets you. I have to tell you. Only coming from personal experience. You were so excited for the person I'm channeling, myself included here. I might just resonate with all this today. Who knows? But anyway, for the person that's resonating with this, I can tell you that this is your story, and you will know if this is your story because the thing that you wanted to do, or the person you wanted to engage with, whomever they were, organization, job, whatever, you were so excited about this thing, okay, that in your mind you were thinking, there's no way I have to question the validity of this thing. Of course it's authentic. It's a toucan, but is it? Of course there's no danger. It's just a beautiful volcano just sitting there. It's just the ocean. There's nothing wrong there. Really? Have you looked really down deep in there? What's waiting to ensnare you? The ocean is a magical, mystical, powerful thing. You know, people are the same way. And people will trap you and trick you. Because why? Because they want to eat you. You know, nature just wants to be fed. I mean, really. King of Wands. Sounding the drum, right? We're making a lot of noise now about this thing. Some of you have now turned this experience. I'm feeling this has become experience for you. You've turned some really bad experience of yours into a teaching lesson, into a learning lesson. And you're banging the drum for others to hear. What action is pile 2 taking? This could be an hour-long reading. Temperance. Heavy Sagittarius. Sag. Time. Healing. Ooh, someone's attacking your throat chakra. Heavy. Hang on. I don't care, and neither should you. Push through. What they didn't anticipate was how you would adapt. What does temperance do? It balances. Were you wild and naive before? Yeah, what has time taught you? It's taught you how to balance your emotional body. It's taught you how to balance your initial reaction, your initial response to something. And speaking of this, again, response, someone here, I hate to say this, you or the person you're dealing with, there are anger issues involved here, especially with this card. There's a sense of losing control, losing our cool. Maybe we've lost our cool here recently. We're having anger issues, or we're exploding with people, things around us. Maybe we're really angry at ourselves for what we did wrong in a situation, or what we didn't do at all in a situation, or what we were not aware of. It's an internal anger is really what it feels like. It's anger for what you didn't do, for what you didn't know, you know. And you want to heal that. Of course you do. You know, sometimes we do wrong, guys. We make foolish mistakes. We don't look at the details. We don't ask questions. We assume, okay? Or we're acting from a place of insecurity. So when we see someone elevating to a position that we ourselves want to be at or be in, and it's happening for them, but for some reason it's not happening to us, and we question our own worth as if somehow it matters. It's like, why? And this comparison starts to happen. And why are they elevating but not me? And what's wrong? And then you think, well, is there something wrong with me? No, I don't think. Why would there be anything? You know, it's all these assumptions that the mind makes. And the universe, spirit, your guides are literally coming in to tell you, hold still for a second. Calm down. Calm the emotional body. Temperance. It's mixing and maxing of emotions. This also tells me that, again, you know, they don't really talk about temperance in this way, but for it to come up in a spread like this, it really is speaking to how we have to balance our emotions, guys. We're talking people who have really big anger issues. If you look at the original Rider-Waite version of the Temperance card, showing an angel here mixing water and fire. Okay, literally, water and fire. The volcano, Pele, the sun, something hot, something cold. It's having to do that, having to temper ourselves in a situation. Maybe something like that's coming up. Maybe you're currently dealing with it. These messages are timeless, so this message is for you whenever you hear it or whenever it's for you, okay? Whenever you see it. All right. Guys. Has to do with a family element, and that could even be a spiritual family element. On the surface, you know, we think that they're people, but what are they really underneath? On the surface, they look all calm, cool, and collected, but guess what? We don't really see their face. I have never interpreted the Ten of Cups this way, but thank you. I love this deck, by the way. It's a facade. And I always used to say, especially on my other channel, that the Ten of Cups is not really the truest form of happiness. It represents the epitome as high as you can go, really. In the tarot side from the Sun card, you know, Ten of Cups is great. It really is great, but it's not the truest form of happiness because you never really truly attain it. You're always seeking it. But it is reminding you to always seek it, and that's really the bigger message of this card. Seeking the truest happiness. What makes you happy? And for some of you, that's all you wanted. You just wanted to be happy. You wanted to have family. You wanted to feel like you belonged somewhere. That's what you were seeking. Whether that was soul family or your actual family. For many of you. But this couple, for some reason, I've never interpreted this card this way. I don't trust this couple for some reason. And it could be a couple that you're dealing with. This couple, their backs are turned to us. We don't really know what their true face looks like. And maybe you saw someone's face truly for the first time. Maybe you saw their true identity under the surface. Maybe your dreams were even screaming it at you. Right? You saw someone's true motives. You saw what they were really after. They were after this rainbow. They had to use you to get it, though, didn't they? Oh, thank you. You're moving on from this situation. Some of you need to, again, we have an island here, like a Hawaiian island here, this dark cloud that came over, but you're moving on. You might even be this dark cloud that's going to come and rain on this parade, right? Why do I feel like you're going to move that anchor somewhere else? You're going to dock your ship somewhere else. But the sixes, of course, are about overcoming. Spirit was literally guiding you out of a situation that was dark. Okay, maybe you didn't see it that way. But again, it was an illusion. You're going to become single now. You're going to claim your own independence. You're going to start something for yourself, which is what you were supposed to do, I feel like, from the get-go. You were led by a temptation of some kind here. Interestingly, though, speaking of temptation, with the lovers and the devil and all that, the apple. In Disney, they replaced the pomegranate with the apple because the apple represented our intuition. Something or someone you were dealing with didn't want you to know how to attain your own sense of enlightenment. I think I said that a little earlier, but it's true. I'm really drawn to that because you've had this in you all along. The Nine of Pentacles is a single, solid, self-serving entrepreneur. If you knew how to sustain for yourself, you wouldn't feel like you needed the guidance and the support of a false light being. Person, a guru, to tell you who you are? No. No, my dear. We don't need that. Yeah, Five of Wands in reverse. This chess game that's being played, a chess game with your life, with your money, with your details. Someone was very strategic with how they played with you. Or, again, you were this person. So take it as it see fits. Someone got played at their own game, or you played this person at their own game. Some of you thought many steps ahead of this person, way beyond what they had thought, and you shocked the shit out of them. I feel the need to say that. They didn't see you coming. The moon. And look what's behind her again. This tentacles. Guys, again, you're dealing with something hidden here. And under the surface, a subconscious knowing, and maybe you're seeing foxes too right now. Maybe foxes are your sign. It has to do with your level of your creativity. It's about your talents, hidden talents. You're a hidden talent, hidden in the light of the moon here. What wants it? This dark patrolling undercurrent sea monster wants what you have. Ursula, right? Wants what you have. Your light, your voice. So you need to use your voice. Some of you are going to become public speakers. We saw that just a second ago with the King of Wands, or you work in entertainment or the industry somehow. My left eye is being attacked right now. Some of you have the sight. Some of you are very prophetic. Okay? Let's clear it, please. Let's clear it. You're very prophetic, and they know it. But you're not hiding anymore. You're coming out. I'm coming for you, too. Make no mistake. But that's for us to know, collective. Guys, that was your message. I hope something served you, and you found there with pile number 2. Let's get into pile number 3. Whew. Strong message is coming in for you guys today. Maybe we'll do pick a cards on the channel. I'm not sure. Pile 3, you're here though. If you've watched all the piles, good on you. Alright, pile 3. You're my dropper. I've been dropping stuff for a while, okay? You guys are dropping things. Someone in the past, someone dropped the ball with you. Got it. Okay. Where were you drawn on this card? Collective? It doesn't matter where you were drawn. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of drawn everywhere for this, but I'm being drawn to the upper and lower, and so maybe there's something about being centered in the present, not making a move. You could go to the past or to the future is also what I say. This is about your love life. Collective, pile 3. You are I think this is our romantic message for the day. You are choosing someone, could have 2 people or 2 things that you're getting ready to choose from as well. Something from your past or something in the future that you don't quite know about yet, or that you're holding out for. Something like that. If you're drawn to something from the past, represented by the swans here, I have to tell you it's not what it seems. That could go in so many different ways. Maybe a person that you never even gave the time of day to isn't who you thought they were. Maybe there's something totally new and you're going to rekindle some sort of connection there. It doesn't have to be an ex necessarily, but you've learned deep lessons about your love life in the past. Many of you have healed from deep wounds in your connections. This card is calling for you to embrace your sexuality again. And not just your sexuality, guys. It's asking you to embrace love in all forms, and there's many expressions of love, not necessarily from partners, although for many of you it will be, or you want it to be. That's okay, guys. We're meant to experience these things. We're supposed to. For some reason, I felt the need to say that. Like, for some reason, Many of you are reclaiming this aspect of yourselves again, and it's been hard. It's just been hard. You've been where you are, guys. You've been on your journey. Many of you have been celibate for quite some time. I feel it. I'm there with you, guys. I'm there with you, but it's one of those things. Spirit is asking you to open up to this sense of love that wants to come in for you now. And it's going to come in many forms, guys. Not just one. Romance is great and all, but if you're open to love in multiple ways, whether that's a family member giving you a gift, or a friend showing up at your birthday party, or whatever the case may be, or someone just complimenting you on the street, or maybe you're giving love, maybe you're doing these things for others, complimenting a stranger even. When you're confident enough in yourself to do such things with others, that shows you how healed you are. I remember a time when I was young, I never found myself being jealous of other people, but I did have this underlying insecurity that I never used to go out of my way to compliment another person. I did notice that about myself, and it was one of those insecurities I had. It's not even really one that I was aware of until it was done to me, and it's like, wow. Some women, I remember, would actually come up and compliment me growing up, and I always felt, why didn't I do that, Why didn't I do that? And then I was thinking, well, I will. I'm going to make it a goal of mine to get comfortable. They saw something at the time within me, which is what I feel the need to tell you, which maybe you're finding. You're going to see something. They saw something in me at the time that I didn't even see in myself, right? There's an allure about you, okay? There is an allure about you, whoever you are, that you may not see for yourself, or you haven't seen in yourself in some time. Some of you are recovering sexually. Your sense of love for your own self and your identity and who you are. And it's going to start taking shape. And if you've asked, you could also be working with Aphrodite. For sure, Aphrodite wants to work with you. The goddess of love wants to work with you, okay? It's time for you to love on yourself. Really, truly love on yourself. Okay? And it's going to start coming in. Exactly, Empress. Told you. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Temperance. Ooh. Wow. It has taken some time for the Empress to heal. No kidding. No kidding. That's pretty incredible. I feel you. You don't even know how to do this, but look. Trying to tell. Look. A Two of Cups situation wants to talk to you. Someone wants to talk to you. I think we are in Sagittarius season. Not season, but there's something going on in Sagittarius that's activated right now. Astrologically, actually. Which is pulling people out of their comfort zones. So you might be being inspired to, again, where is this? Aphrodisias? Aphrodisias was a temple to Aphrodite, which was later turned into a temple for, I think, Christian monks or something. Anyway, Aphrodisias. Also, I'm getting aphrodisiac. You might even be kind of like an aphrodisiac to some people. Or something could feel like an aphrodisiac to you. Maybe Okay, so only take this if you know it applies to yourself, man or woman here, but some people I'm getting, I know this is a touchy subject, so I'm just going to keep it light. You know, if you've had libido has been down, or you suffer from ED, or dryness, even, if I'm speaking to women or men who are a little older. Okay, I can kind of hold back on that, no problem, but it's, I'm not going into details, guys, and if that's your story, you know this part applies to you. Justice to the Four of Pentacles. I get the sense, yeah, you're holding back, and Justice is trying to get you to weigh something out where what feels right, how much you give, what your retention I'm getting. Retention. Some of you have also been trying to save money. You've been really focused on, you're about to get a lot of money. Hello. Some of you could come into an inheritance, Ten of Pentacles. Storing. Yeah, you're coming out of worrying about some investment you want to make. It's not really, what's that investment about? You've been saving for some, whether that's coming up financially. I don't know where I was going with that. I felt this idea that you felt it was right to hold back from overgiving of your sexual energy or your intimate energy. You've been holding it back for a while because you've been depleted. Really. You've been depleted, but your coffers, I felt the need to tell you, are getting ready to be restored. Interesting. I don't know what that means. I don't know what does that mean, Spirit? If you've been feeling low libido, a low sense of energy, a sexual drive in any form, or just love in any sense, like you're not giving because you haven't felt like you were being given to. Okay, the difference between the 4 and the 10 is 6. So, you know, we got 6 pentacles that were unaccounted for that needed to come in to help balance this energy. How we give and how we receive. There's something about that. I might continue that in extended at some point when I start doing extendeds on the channel, but we'll see. And guys, if anything's resonating with you, or you know this is your story and you've stuck with it this far, please remember to hit up that like button. It's smiling at you in the corner. It wants your attention. It really does. Okay. Spirit wants your attention too. Page of Wands, you will receive confirmation. 9 of Swords in reverse. And the Chariot in reverse. You could have someone who's been, this is the person around you. You're getting ready to, I feel like, come into you a lot of success and abundance. Your finances are getting ready to be balanced. Justice is coming to your finances. Love to hear that for you. Very much. You could again be considering travel. There's someone at a distance from you, I'm also feeling like, because there's a ship here. Or you've been distant from the person that you could be interested in. We do have Libra here. We also have Cancer. You're worried about some kind of travel, or if you will be successful in this endeavor. Someone's going to reach out, or they want to reach out to you. They're curious. No, sorry. You're showing up in this person's dreams. Thank you. They're dreaming about you, or you're dreaming about them. In fact, if someone's been dreaming about the other person, you will know who it's that person. Whoever's been showing up in your dreams, they're the ones thinking about you. Not saying you need to act on this person. I'm just saying, and again, there could be 2. One from the past, one from the future. Okay? Someone has a lot of regret over how something was treated or done or handled in the past. They want to heal it. They do. They want to heal it. They see you rising. Thank you. They want the Ten of Cups. It's in reverse at the moment, but it's this sense of, ooh. Family again. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, for sure. What are your intentions, Capricorn? Apathetic. For some of you, I'm getting this love was unrequited. High Priestess. You're not speaking to this person. It's not over between you and this person either. It's something about travel. This person could want to travel to you, or you could want to travel to them. The Knight of Pentacles, this is serious. They want to make you a solid offer, or you want to make someone a solid offer. You could be seeing the Bear. The Bear. For sure. Underlining. Now, either that's obsession. Or I just got someone gives you a kiss on your cheek. What am I getting with that? Someone gave you a kiss on the cheek. That could be a message for a Capricorn. What's advice here? So, is this person new? What's happening here? Ooh, Three of Swords in reverse. They're not new, but they're overcoming some sort of heartbreak around of their own. I don't really know if this is related to you or not. Three of Swords, they're overcoming a sense of heartbreak, maybe even from a connection they were in that they separated from. Ten of Cups in reverse. I feel like this person regrets the time. They're dropping some heavy burden around this. It's been hard. It's been hard for them to let go of something that they were attached to. I'm getting a lot of tens though. 10, 10, 10 here. This person could be traveling, or could literally be moving. You could be moving. It feels like you have having to give up on something that you invested a lot of time and energy into. Could even be a person that you invested a lot of time and energy into. And with it being eclipse season right now, I'm not surprised to see this energy, but okay. If it's someone from the past, how should the collective proceed? Nine of Coin in reverse. Either this person sees you as single and they want to take you off the market, or it's saying that you won't be single anymore if you are. But if you engage with this person, it could kind of disrupt your sense of independence. I feel like there's an issue around your independence that you or this person's got to get used to. Maybe you've just been too independent for so long, so you're kind of learning how to... Okay, because we digress from the 10 to the 9. You're single again. Maybe you don't want to be. Maybe you're contemplating not. Maybe you might very well get back with that person. You could be seeing falcons. Falcons. If this is a new person for the collective, how should they proceed? Ooh, Five of Swords in reverse. Quit with the mind games, the head games, the strategy, the blame. You're fighting with this new person already? Or maybe this person need a clarifier for the Five of Swords for someone new for the collective. It's in reverse. And the Ten of Swords, again, you guys are seeing a pattern now, okay? Ten of Swords in reverse. Coming. You're healing your heart because we have the Three of Swords here. Some of you are going to open up after you've healed from this. Okay? You're literally healing with the star there. It's going to take some time. I have a feeling you could work with this person, or there's some element of work. A master, mason, could be a builder working construction. This person could, or be an architect of some kind. They could, or an engineer. Doesn't have to be. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing. Cathedral, France could also be semblance here. There's something about rebuilding the structure, the belief systems that we have. Someone wants to work with you, maybe even on some sort of a project. Or they could see you working alone, because he is working alone here, on some sort of project. For others of you, you quite literally cut out some sort of third party here. Ace of Swords, which is also a yes, but it's also another one. So it's like new beginnings maybe coming in at the same time with old and past people. Yeah, fast. With the Knight of Swords after that, someone is going to communicate with you about some kind of project or something that they want to work with you on. Final advice for the collective in regards to this. Another 9 and the Queen of Swords in reverse. They're afraid you'll say no. It's interesting how you get the 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the 9 of Wands upright. Chiron energy, the wounded warrior here, is telling you do need to have boundaries and protect yourself. And in fact, if you've watched all the piles, that's kind of been the lesson for today. Don't just jump into something unexpected, right? You're healing through fire, okay? You're learning how to shine your light again. Don't just jump into something willy-nilly, unexpected. Take your time. But also, take your time. Be cautious. For a reason, be cautious. Knight of Cups, you're getting ready to receive some kind of love offer. Possibly could be with a Libra. You could be a Libra from this. Libra doesn't have to be. Wherever Libra is in your chart too, by the way. You've learned a lot. You've learned about the energy of the 9 of Wands, how to have proper boundaries with people. You're healing from something. Some of you literally could have hurt yourselves recently, and health is kind of another energy that's astrologically around. So Chiron energy, right? Don't act too hasty, guys, or you could get hurt. Just be cautious. Don't rush. Definitely don't rush. Someone is strategizing. Okay? Queen of Swords. In reverse. I don't like to see her in reverse. Oh, King of Cups. Let me tell you, whoever this person is, they're cautious. Could be an Aquarius you're dealing with, especially since we have an Aquarius here. Oh, can we rebuild? Can we rebuild the tower? Oh dear. Whoa. You let down your guard once before. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I don't know, guys. In either case, that is the energy that's currently surrounding you. I'm feeling like with the 9s here, though, it's again, embrace the energy of love around yourself. Embrace your sense of love and willpower. You know? Cherish yourself, pride yourself, conserve yourself, preserve yourself. Above all, you are ready to receive. The right cups will find you. Pile 3, I hope there was a message for you. I'm going to end your message here. I think I'm going to end your message here. Yes. I hope something served you, and I will see you guys again in future readings. I love you so much, and thank you for visiting. Take care.